Welcome back once again everyone, I'm Kplays Games, this is EVE Online, and today we're going to be fitting out another Tech 1 battlecruiser for running level 3 missions with a view to running level 4 in the same fit at some point in the future. We've only got 2 to go in this little mini series, and the one we're doing today is the Myrmidon. Last time we did a Myrmidon fit, this is how we fitted it. Dual armour rep, railguns and drones. Not sure how to change this, but we'll change it up anyway. The ship traits of the Myrmidon, have to zoom out because it's vertical, so therefore it's one of the best ships in the game. The ship traits are, per level of Gallente battlecruiser, you will get 10% bonus to drone hit points and damage, so 50% hit points and damage when you have level 5, like I do. And like every other video, I have a blank clone, so everything you see is purely skills based. And the other bonus is a 7.5% bonus to armour repairer amount. So at level 5, multiply that by 5, you get 37.5% bonus, which is great. And the roll bonus, it can use one command burst, but as we're trying to keep these fits alpha friendly, we will not be using a command burst because that is an Omega module. See, armour command burst 1, Omega locked. But we also get a 12.5% bonus to drone microwarp drive velocity, so the drones can get from target to target faster. Very similar to the Prophecy, but vertical and can't use missiles. So let's have a look at the fitting tab. As I said, there's 5 high power slots, which is strange because most battlecruisers have more high power slots than they have weapon slots, so you do have a utility slot to use a command burst. This has 5 turret slots and only 5 high power slots to fit them in, so there's no spare high power slot for your command burst, which is quite weird, but that's how it's been designed. There are 5 medium power slots and 6 low power slots, 3 rigs with 400 calibration, and a 200 cubic meter drone bay, not as big as the Prophecy, which had 225, but it is 200, which is still a lot. And attributes, when we scroll down, the drone bandwidth is 100 megabits a second, so this can use 4 heavy or 4 sentry drones. And then 4 of these is 100 cubic meters in the drone bay, which only leaves 100. That's okay because 5 mediums is 50, 5 lights is 75, so 100 plus 50 plus 75, still got extra room, so that's pretty good. So let's simulate the ship and start a new fit. Right, because we're going for level 4 missions in this at some point, first thing we're going to do is bang in 2 armour repairers. That is non-negotiable, and a reactive armour hardener, and our old friend large compact cat battery to run them. It's not quite enough. We're going to have to be able to move in this ship, but we'll talk about that in a moment. What are we going to do with the high slots? Last time out we did 2 armour repairers and railguns and an afterburner. That would be best for level 4 because even back then in that original fit it did so well in level 3s that we did actually take it out in level 4s and it was fine. I would quite like to change it up a little bit this time, but do we think we can get away with microwarp driving blasters and 2 reps and be cap stable? Probably not. So if you put on a 50 meganewton quad lift restrained, speed's 1100, I mean that's pretty good speed wise. But do we want to go blasters or do we do dual 150 rails? Because dual 150s have a really short range anyway, but they do have slightly longer standoff range in blasters, and they've got better tracking than 200mm rails. Because you'll see when we load antimatter charge M on this, the optimal range is only 9,000 meters, which is web range, which is really short, but it's got better tracking than blasters and a little bit more standoff range. So this is going to be like a closer range brawler, because we are going to get some heavy drones on this ship. Let's just put the drones in this thing now. We'll do 5 hobgoblin ones. There we go, and we'll do 5 hammerhead ones. There we go, and then we'll fill up the rest of it with ogres. We can fit 5 on. We can only use 4 at any one time, but that's fine because we've got a spare one. So what we need to now do is get the damage and cap under control. We've done the tank, we've done the gank. I mean, the guns are at least contributing 153 DPS. If you remember the prophecy we made for Amar, the missiles were only adding like, what, 39 DPS? It was 93. It was something really low. But this is 153. That's actually quite respectable. But I think the things we're going to be using more than the guns are drones. So let's get 3 80k compact drone damage amplifiers. Push the damage up to a very respectable 557. That's pretty damn good. Right, let's do more with cap. We've got 3 empty mid slots, which is fantastic. So let's get 1 cap recharger on. Then we'll go to rigs next, and we'll do 3 cap control circuits. Still only 3 minutes 20. Okay, with the microwarp drive off, it's stable. So microwarp drive into range and turn it off, and then just try and face tank and kill everything. I mean, it's not great. But then, we could just do that, and then it'll be stable, but that's a silly fit. In fact, we've got so much power grid left, I reckon we could do 2 batteries, you know. So that's stable with the microwarp drive off. What if we change this for a battery? It's 320 now, 540 with another battery. We're slightly over power grid though. Could we fix that by fitting a compact microwarp drive? But that's a 500, you idiot. The answer to that is no. Okay. But could we fit would a medium battery be better than a cap recharger? The answer to that is no, apparently. Okay, so much for that plan. We've got 2 mid slots to play with. Could do a drone navigation computer just to speed them up a little bit more. They already get 12.5% bonus to microwarp drive velocity anyway. So yeah, we'll speed them up a bit more. This worked okay with the prophecy. The drones were not too fast. And then I think we'll do a tracking computer for the guns. An enduring tracking computer for the guns. Okay, and then what about if we do our old friend thorium? Fall off range 25. Offense is still over 500. What about lead? Still over 500. Not having an appreciable difference on the cap though. So antimatter is literally like 15 kilometer range. Thorium is 25. Iron's by far the longest range. Goes down to 63 DPS. So that's just not great, and it doesn't reach that far either, to be honest. I think we'll stick with thorium and antimatter. This is going to be pretty much close range. Now, how does this operate with just 1 rep running? Aha, cap stable with a microwarp drive and 1 rep. We cannot lose any of the capacitor modules, but we can at least run around at 1100 meters a second and got a decent-ish tank, and be cap stable. The problem with Myrmidon is that there's like 1 good way to fit it, and we already did that last time. And fitting it with blasters for level 4s is just asking to get destroyed. But I think dual 150s is going to be fine. Because the plan is to use the ogres more than anything else. Because it's only 380 offense with the hammerheads. So we do want to use the ogres, and that means we want to be close to the enemy. So when we have to recall the ogres, they're close enough to actually get back into the ship. And we want a microwarp drive to be able to close the range on things. And because they're going to be at close range, I'd rather have the better tracking from the dual 150s than having a little bit more range and damage from 200 millimeters. And we do have a lot of CPU and power grid left over though. Let's just have a little think about perhaps removing one of the 3 drone damage amplifiers. So we're losing 38 DPS, but that's okay. What I'm thinking about now is just a way of getting another big cap recharger on, because then we can lose a rig. So it's only 37 more power we need, and that will easily be fixed by a power diagnostic, which also gives us more cap as well. So now it's 16 minutes with everything running. So we've traded 30 DPS for a lot longer cap life. 10 minutes 30 with everything running. 16 minutes with thorium. Yeah, I kind of like that a bit better. I know we've lost a little bit of DPS, but we're still doing just over 500, and I'm much happier with it like this. Because we do have to bear in mind, we are planning to take this out on level 4 missions, and we are planning on it being like a close to mid-range brawler, and that means like not being able to use range to keep out of trouble. So yeah, I think that's how we're going to go. Right, I'm going to go and buy this, and then we'll take it out and run some level 3s. And here we are with a beautiful Myrmidon. Let's zoom out so we can actually get it all on screen. As I said, it's vertical, so that automatically makes it one of the best ships in the game. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Then there's not much point putting a skin on this thing because most skins are designed for horizontal ships, so only like the front 10% actually gets coloured, the rest of it gets the gradient, but you know, that's how it is. So let's get some level 3 missions with this thing and see how it performs. Okay, we have Down with the Legion, one of the very, very few missions which actually features Mordu's Legion. Mordu's Legion are weakest to kinetic, and we do kinetic and thermals, so happy days. We're being paid 388,000 ISK and 1,065 loyalty points for doing this mission. And if we do it within 2 hours and 56 minutes, we will receive a further 319,000. And there's a bit of a blurb about who the Mordu's Legion are because they're very rare. So let's accept and go and blow some stuff up.
Warp drive active.
Right, we're on the way to the mission. I've arranged all the modules how I want them. I've put the second armour repairer all the way over here. We're not going to need it on level 3 missions because we know that when we simulate, turn one of them off, it's cap stable with everything running other than the second rep, so that's fine. We can use that if we need to. I've put the drones in folders. We'll very quickly have a look at the skins for this ship. As I said, like only the first 10% of the ship actually gets to look nice, and the rest of it kind of meh, as you see. It's just, it doesn't look great. Skins on vertical ships don't look great. Okay, it appears to be an open pocket, and they're blowing up the sentry tower, so let's approach them, turn everything on, and get into them. Right, let's put out the light drones. They can go and play with the frigates. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go.
To give the commands to a drone requires you to have an active target.
Yes, yes, I clicked it a second too early. Who cares? Ah, Bobcat. I'm going to keep that at range 20. We'll open fire when we get to 20. Right, the drones have killed one frigate already, as we thought they might have done. There we go. We're in range of a cruiser now. Open fire with my little guns. Maybe we'll bring the drones back and I'll keep the frigate at range and kill the frigate with my guns. And I'll spit out the ogres and they'll go and smash the Bobcat. This seems to work, I think. We do have to be careful because these cruisers may very well change aggression and shoot the drones. Boom, dead. And the drones want to go for this cheetah. Okay, we'll keep that in range. Nope, the drones have split the fire because focus fire doesn't work. It has never worked. And the developers seem unable or unwilling to fix it. But so far, so good. big drones have not taken fire. Everything's still shooting at me. And we are absolutely chewing our way through everything. Opened fire with my guns a little too early. I forgot I was short range. We're kind of medium short range. Optimal 16, fall off 23. Could of course change to antimatter. And then it'll be optimal 9, fall off 17. Could do that and just approach, I suppose. And the hit quality will increase as we close the range, unless the drones kill it first. What? Well, it didn't die. It appears to have just disappeared. Okay, destroy or drive off the Mordu's Legion vessels. Looks like we drove them off. Oh, and there's a lot more of them down there. So let's go this way and meet them. Oh, hello, battleship. That's a rarity in level 3 missions. Let's go for thorium. Again, I'm going to keep the frigates at range and hit them with my guns, and the ogres are going to go and play with the cruisers and the battleship. Just as well, I've got 4 heavy drones. Wow. Okay, tank doesn't look quite happy, so I'm going to turn off the microwarp drive and turn on the second rep. Just keeping an eye on the drones. Right, guns have got that guy. Okay, drones have killed the first cruiser. None of the cruisers have changed aggression to me, which is nice. I like that. Fall off 23, probably alright for opening fire. I'll be able to keep it, yeah, keep it range 20 is probably fine. Alright, heavy drones are doing good things. We do have 500 DPS on this fit, so it seems to be working fine. We have had to put both reps on, but then we are facing a battleship. Very, very rare for a level 3 mission. I'm not even going to keep it range, I'm just going to directly approach. Resistances have maxed out at 30-30, so 55-55. I mean, the resistances on this ship is not great. Alright, let's blow up a battleship, I guess. This is a Barghest. Players can have this ship. It's extremely long range. I mean, I've made fits that target lock and apply damage all the way out to the hard cap of 300 kilometers. That's the hard cap for non-capital ships. And it does like a 1000 DPS out to 300 kilometers. Luckily for me, NPC ships do not do that much damage. Now we're only fighting the battleship. I can turn off the second rep and turn on the afterburner to actually chase it down. I'm going to change over to antimatter as well, because we're getting close enough to use that. Bam. I'm just going to right click, keep it range 10 kilometers. Just boop it a little bit. Combination of guns and drones. Smashed it. Easy peasy. Well, that was nice. Not often you find a battleship in level 3s. I'm going to go and have a look in his wreck. Because why not? We're close enough. Hey, nice. That's worth over 600,000. I'm taking that. That's 1.4 million. I'm taking that. Nice. A little bonus. Let's get out of here.
Warp drive active.
So far so good for the vertical supremacy. Right, let's complete that mission. Get another one. Pirate invasion. Neutralise the entire enemy force and halt their sneak attack. It's against Serpentis, so kinetic and thermal. Happy days for us. We're being paid 357,000 ISK and 1,462 loyalty points, with a further 530,000 ISK due to us if we complete this mission within 4 hours. So let's go. Because you know the fit is cap stable, I'm just going to turn everything on. Got a little sneak peek of Ream 2 there as we decelerated through it. Right, these guys are pretty much within range, so we'll just lock them all up. Spin out the little drones. Preheat the weapons, so as soon as we get locked, they'll fire on whatever's in range. Unfortunately, it was one of the ones that's further away. Right, I'm going to have a go at these Guardian Initiates, because they're elite. And we seem to be doing fine with railguns against these guys. That's good. Yep. Yeah, railguns is working fine. Drones get the one that's further away. Me shoot the one that's closer. Hey, drones just literally one-shotted that guy. Bring them back. Reload the guns and get into Room 2. Nice. Well, that was short and sweet.
Warp drive active.
Another acceleration gate and a million enemies. Unfortunately, we are just going to have to double-click towards them and just banzai charge right into the middle of this huge big group, because we ain't got no range on this thing. We need to get up close and personal, but that is okay. I'm just gonna fire one volley at this guy just to try and wake them up. No? How about again? Yes, this time. Good. Right. No. Light drones come back. I'm kind of in two minds about which drones to put out. I'm going to put out the big ones. We're going to have a go with them, and I'll try and kill all the destroyers with my guns and the frigates. I'm very much the support ship for the drones, as opposed to the drones being the support for me. Doesn't look like anything has aggressed the drones yet, which is good. Oh, this guy's closer. I've reloaded to antimatter because I just don't think thorium's worth the effort, to be honest. The extra range we get from it isn't really worth it, so I've put my keep it range at 10 kilometers, like point blank range. Okay, the drones are just attacking all different things, because of course they are. Okay, one of the drones is taking a little bit of shield damage. It's not fantastic. What is shooting at the drones? Can we see? Okay, that cruiser is shooting at the drones. That's really not good. But I think the drones are going to kill it before they take too much damage. That's a good thing about heavy drones. They have a lot of hit points. Okay, looks like lots of them are taking shield damage now, so I'm going to recall the drones. Yep, come on. The problem with them is that they're slow. Well, that one took a tiny little lick of armour damage. Okay, I'll put mediums out then. That's not an issue. I can do that. And the drones have decided to not do what I told them. And I did press F, which is all drones attack current target, but two of them decided to fly off and attack something different. The drone AI is just weird, man. It has never worked properly. But even the medium drones are capable of absolutely mashing up cruisers. As soon as my guns have killed this battle cruiser, I'm going to go for all these frigates and destroyers at the back. I'm just going to head towards them now. Okay, the medium drones are now taking fire from the destroyers. A little bit annoying with the drone aggro in this mission. Okay, so light drones can come out and play with the destroyers then. It's not a huge issue. I'm going to keep that frigate at range and blap it, and the light drones can take care of the destroyers. Come on, stupid ship. Missing the frigate an awful lot until I got enough range on it. mean, the ship's tank is holding absolutely fine. Right, let's bring in the drones. There's only 3 frigates left. I'll take care of them. Gonna put out the heavy drones again. They can go and play with the cruisers. There you go. 1 less frigate to worry about. Soon to be 2 less to worry about. Yep, and 1 more. And the drones are instantly in armour damage because 2 of the cruisers have dropped aggression on me. I've switched to the drones. See, that's the problem with heavy drones. They do take a lot of aggro. Is it going to get back before it gets destroyed? Yes, good. Right, medium drones out. Now everything's switched aggro back to me. In fact, no, drones, you can attack what you were going to attack. I'll take care of this guy. That is the problem with heavy drones. It's nice to be able to use them. We were close enough to bring them back, but if we put them back out, they'd only take more aggression. A little bit annoying. I mean, it is random as to when things change aggression, because in the previous mission, that did not happen. Everything was quite happy shooting at me. But for some reason on this mission, everything decided to aggress the heavy drones. That's okay. We still do a decent amount of damage with the mediums. How much damage is it? 394? Yeah, that's fine. 241 from the drones. That's okay. And that guy's going to die soon, so I'm just going to approach the gate and stop shooting. And there it goes. Right, 1 more room to go.
Warp drive active.
And away we go to the final room, I think. Okay, let's get down here and get rid of all this little stuff first. So then we can put out the medium and big drones and hope that everything doesn't instantly aggress them. Good, all these guys have noticed I'm here, that's great. Right, drones kill frigates. Guns kill destroyers. Okay, there's a couple of Guardian Scouts here. They might change aggression to the drones. Okay, once we got into range of that destroyer, it just melted. Drones are doing a good job. None of the cruisers and battle cruisers have reacted to what I'm doing down here, so that's fine. Alright, let's team up and get rid of these. Yeah, the frigates have dropped aggression. That means they've switched to the drones. Not going to help them though. Okay, Tech 1 drones are pretty fragile. Even though they're getting 50% bonus to the hit points from my skills, they still got absolutely wrecked by just 2 elite frigates. Okay, let's go for this lot next. Now, don't approach the beacon, approach this guy. Just going to try and grab aggro by shooting at them, even from whatever range. Doesn't matter if you hit. I mean, you're not going to hit. Good. Aggro woke them up. And we're just going to go into the middle of them. Keep an eye on the group at the back. And try for ogres. And hope and pray that everything doesn't switch aggression to the ogres. Hopefully they won't, because I'm right in the middle of them. I'm going to turn the microwarp drive off and turn the second rep on. Okay, the ones at the back have now aggressed. Not great, but they've at least aggressed me and not my drones. So that's good, I think. Okay, looks like a couple of the cruisers are firing at the drones. Just bring the drones back. Come on, boys. Get back before you get killed. Come on. Come on. Good. Put out the medium drones. And we'll team up and smash everything. Good. Second rep can go off. Microwarp drive can come back on. And it seems the group at the back have gone back to sleep. Balls. Okay. That is an annoyance, man. They've aggressed medium drones? Really? Now whatevs. Okay, now they're going to aggress me. That's what I want. Right, now that everything's aggressed me, I think we're safe to put the medium drones back out. At least that's the theory. Go drones, go. The aggression on this mission has been weird, man. Everything's been just hating on the drones. That's okay, we have several different sizes of drone specifically for this reason. Boom, well, he's dead. I'm going to have a go at the battle cruisers, and the drones can chew on the cruisers. And all of you, please, on the same target. Focus your fire like this focus fire button has told you to do, which may as well just be removed because it doesn't work. It just never worked. The incoming DPS will tail off as soon as the first battle cruiser goes down. Drones are doing a fine job. Just let them pretty much pick their own target. As long as they all pick the same target, I don't care what they shoot at. Here we go. Tanks holding nice and steady now. We removed a battle cruiser's worth of DPS from the equation, and that's always a good thing. I'm not going to go for the third and final battle cruiser next. I'm going to go for one of the cruisers who's close to me. Come on, battle cruiser, die! God. I do only have 150 DPS on these guns, I suppose. Just line that guy up and have a go at him. And this time round, nothing has aggressed the drones. Go figure. Looks like mineable asteroids here. Indeed there are, just Feldspar. But again, this is one of the missions the developers obviously missed when they removed all ore from missions. Right, let's bring the medium drones back. We'll put out the big boys. We'll finish off this mission in style. Go boys, go. Even though one of you is nearly dead. But then that's why we have a spare one in the drone bay, because we thought that might happen. Here we go, we'll just approach this guy. And this will not take long. That did not take long. Easy peasy. Apart from the annoying drone aggro. But we got there in the end.
Warp drive active.
So let's get out of here. So let's complete that mission. Well, this seems to work okay. I mean, the drone aggro was not great. As we see, quite a lot of the drones got dinged up. Cost us about 10,000 to fix them up, but it's not too bad. Is there anything I would change for level 4 missions? Possibly yes. I would be extremely interested in upgrading the drones to faction drones, or just Tech 2 drones at least, because faction drones like Federation Navy Ogre, the good thing is that they don't need any other skills other than normal heavy drones. You don't need Tech 2 skills, and they have only slightly less DPS than Tech 2 drones, but they have massively more hit points than Tech 2 drones. Let's have a look. Where are we? Armour 864, shield 480, and Tech 1, armour 675, shield 375. But they're green because this is one of the ones that's on our ship. So what we'll do, we'll go Federation Navy Ogre and then Ogre 1. So base level, Ogre 1s have 360 armour hit points and 200 shield. And Fed Navy have 864 armour and 480 shield, which is huge. And they've got better tracking and much higher damage as well. They are expensive, but they're well worth the investment. So for level 4 missions, I would definitely not use Tech 1 drones. At least Tech 2, preferably Navy. And the resistances of this ship could do with being a little bit better. But the problem is that we cannot use the rigs for resist because we need the capacitor. I mean, we could lose one, but then there's not much you can do with just one low slot. We could lose this, but that's losing 50 DPS. Could lose that and replace it with an energized adaptive nano membrane, or that's at least what they used to be called. Energized armor resistance membrane. A Tech 2 one of these will add another 18 to our resists. I mean, it's not a huge amount, but it's okay. Because you know that this thing has to get up close and personal. That's quite a good thing against battleships, because once you get close to battleships and start orbiting them, they can't hit you. I mean, we've only got a 305 meter signature radius, and if we can orbit them with the microwarp drive on, orbit them at like 1,000 meters a second, they should miss us all the time, which is a good thing. But you just have to survive long enough to be able to do that. And it's not too bad. With both reps and the guns and the microwarp drive all running, we still can run all of that for 10 minutes. So that's pretty damn good. So, yeah, maybe I wouldn't change anything for level 4. Possibly lose a drone damage amp and replace it with more resistances, but whether or not that's worth it, I don't know. Or another thing we could do is remove one of these and replace it with a cat power relay, and then we can remove one of the 3 capacitor control circuit rigs and replace it with a nano pump to boost the repair amount per cycle by 15%, puts us up to 114 hit points a second. So that's something we could look at, but again, we'll do that in a few weeks' time, and we'll see whether or not we have to actually make these changes. But so far so good for the vertical supremacy of the Myrmidon. Come back next time and we'll do the 8th and final Tech 1 combat battle cruiser for level 3 missions. Until then, do look after yourself, and I'll talk to you again soon.